If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
I don't know if difficult's a great word, because to me that's not really the relevant word. It's more about how the people work together. You know, in our case, Ozzie's got the personnel responsibility, and I've got the football responsibility. But those two responsibilities go hand in hand, because your football team is made up of players, and then the players have to fit into the schemes that you're trying to do. So, Ozzie would never take a player that his coaches don't want, and we would never push for him to take a player that doesn't fit the personnel, salary cap issues, or the fact we would never be interested in a guy they don't like either. So if you kind of come to that agreement, like you're not going to step over each other of something you think is right, then I don't think it doesn't matter who makes its decision, because in the end you're both going to be in agreement about what's right. And I'll bet it works that way in New England and Philly too.
Did Andy give his coaches and assistants significant input into player decisions, especially at draft time?
I don't know if coaches didn't make decisions, but he always listened to their input. You had to watch all the guys and rank them out and tell them what you thought. And if you didn't really want a player, a returner or a corner or something, I don't think Andy was going to take him if the coach didn't want him. That's one thing Ozzie talks about all the time. And Eric DeCosta's a big advocate of this, as Kevin knows, but they want to bring in players that the coaches really like, because if a coach is really sold on the player, if he believes in the player, then he's got some investment in the player too. I think that's kind of one of the scout perspectives.
There's this perception of Andy, I think fan perception, that he's, and it may be true, I don't know, that he's very stubborn, that he won't change. You were around him a lot more than any of those people. Do you think that's a fair categorization?
Oh, it's not stubborn if you're right. It's being convicted.
Remember that
one. You get the impression, though, he really listens to. I would think that Tom wouldn't still be there as a GM if everything he said was, if there wasn't a certain level of agreement on things.
Yeah, no, I think he really listens a lot. To me, the perception that he doesn't listen to anybody would be completely incorrect. Andy listens to his coaches, he listens to his scouts. I think Tom has a ton of impact on their draft. And they drafted well.
John, last year.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.